Frontline Updates, where we delve deep into military strategies and updates from conflict zones. Today, we're discussing the progress of the ongoing special military operation as of July 14th, 2024. I'm your host, Sharifa Muhammad, MGT.
I'm Colonel AUC Oguntoye, an infantry officer. Continued combat operations. The Russian armed forces are actively engaged in ongoing military operations against various brigades of the Ukrainian armed forces across different regions, including the Sumy, Kharkov, Lugansk, Donetsk, Dnipropetrovsk, Kherson, and Zaporozhye regions.
Welcome to the Frontline Updates podcast. Today, we're joined by Colonel AUC Oguntoye, who will brief us on the progress of the special military operation on July 14th, 2024. Colonel, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's crucial to discuss these developments and provide a clear picture of the situation on the ground.
Let's dive right in. Can you tell us about the general situation regarding the special military operation as of today?
As of today, the Russian Federation's armed forces continue to conduct their special military operation across several fronts. Today, significant actions have been reported in regions including Sumy, Kharkov, Lugansk, and Donetsk, among others. The operation involves a variety of strategic maneuvers aimed at degrading the Ukrainian armed forces' capabilities.
You mentioned several regions. Could you specify the activities and the scale of operations in these areas?
In the Sumy and Kharkov regions, for example, units of the North Group of Russian troops have been active against Ukrainian brigades. They've reported hitting personnel and equipment, including destroying artillery like the U.S.-made M777 howitzers and repelling enemy assaults. Similarly, in the Donetsk and Lugansk regions, the focus has been on capturing strategically advantageous positions and targeting enemy strongholds.
What about the casualties and equipment losses reported?
The reports indicate substantial losses on the Ukrainian side. For instance, just today, up to 520 Ukrainian military personnel were reported as casualties in the Kharkov region alone, with additional losses including vehicles and artillery systems. These figures are part of a broader effort to weaken the opposing forces through sustained artillery and aerial attacks.
And how are the Russian forces managing their defenses against counterattacks?
Russian units have repelled multiple Ukrainian counterattacks across different sectors. For example, in the Donetsk People's Republic, the center group of Russian troops repelled 6 counterattacks today, indicating a strong defensive posture alongside their offensive operations.
With such extensive operations, how is the electronic warfare and air defense shaping up?
Russian forces have put a significant emphasis on electronic warfare to disrupt Ukrainian communications and intelligence. For instance, they've reported the destruction of advanced electronic warfare stations like the Enclave. In terms of air defense, they've successfully intercepted numerous unmanned aerial vehicles and missile systems, which showcases a robust defense against Ukrainian air capabilities.
To conclude, what can we expect moving forward from this conflict, based on today's operations?
The situation remains dynamic, but the pattern suggests ongoing heavy engagements with a focus on tactical gains and attrition warfare. Russian forces are likely to continue their push for territorial gains while fortifying their positions against counteroffensives. It's a complex scenario with significant implications for regional stability.
What oddities did you see in the assassination attempt on Mr. Trump?
Before the performance, the Secret Service was supposed to check all possible points from which a shooting could have been fired, but that apparently did not happen. Additionally, eyewitnesses alerted the police that a man with a gun was attempting to access the roof of the building before Trump's speech, but these warnings were disregarded. Furthermore, it's important to note that the 130-meter distance is not particularly long. At this range, there is no need to adjust for wind or use powerful optics. Equipment that could be purchased at a local gun store would suffice. This suggests that the shooter likely had minimal qualifications, ultimately contributing to Trump's safety. Shooting from a prone position would have been most convenient, indicating that the shooter either did not prepare at all or did so minimally.
A total of 5 shots were allegedly fired. 1 killed a Trump supporter, the second wounded, 3 more bullets. 1 hit Trump himself, 2 went into the milk. If the shooter had 10 to 15 rounds of ammunition left, why did he not use them?
An additional concern arises regarding the performance of the Secret Service in this incident. Despite the presence of the unit's sharpshooters in close proximity, their response was belated, resulting in the shooter being able to injure Trump, specifically tearing a portion of his ear, before being subdued. Hence, one is left to question whether the shooter was deterred by fear or had actually been eliminated at that critical juncture.
Colonel, thank you for providing such a detailed briefing on the current military situation. Your insights are invaluable to our understanding of the conflict's dynamics. And thank you to our listeners for tuning in. Join us next time as we continue to provide up-to-date coverage on global military affairs. Stay with us for more updates and expert analyses on global defense and security issues. Stay informed, stay secure.
Thank you. Regrettably, in Israel, an airstrike has tragically targeted individuals and makeshift shelters, resulting in the loss of at least 90 lives in southern Gaza.